Hi, this is Kat with the OSU Museum of Art, and welcome to Second Saturdays. Today I'm going to be giving you some tips on how to use watercolor paint to make your postcard. This month you received a bag with a watercolor set that has a brush. You also received some watercolor papers that you can use as scrap paper to test your colors. I'll talk a little bit about that. And you got 2 watercolor paper postcards that you're going to be painting. One has a stamp and you can send it to anyone that you would like to, someone that you care and that you want to send them your artwork. And the other one does not have a stamp, but we have a prepaid envelope addressed to the museum that you can use to send it to us. We are starting this project in anticipation of our new exhibition called The State We Are in Water, Constructing a Sense of Place in the Hydrosphere. Hydrosphere meaning all the waters and bodies of waters that are surrounding the Earth's surface. So it's an exhibition about water, but also about our human experiences and personal experiences that we have with water. So the first thing that you're going to do is that you're going to reflect, ask questions. What is your relationship with water? How do you use water? You drink water, you use water to wash your hands. Lately we're using a lot of water to wash our hands. So think about where do you use water, how and why. Also think about other humans within your community locally here in Stillwater, but also other humans across the globe. What are people in other countries using water and how do they use water? Some people live near oceans and they may have a different relationship with water than you may have here in Stillwater, for example. For my postcard, I decided to do a beach scene or something related to the sea because I grew up near the sea in a town called Recife in the northeast of Brazil. So I just have so many great memories, and really under the sea snorkeling is where I feel the most calm and the most joyful. So I wanted to do that scene. I do wet first my paper to kind of do my lighter shades. Work from light to dark when it comes to watercolor. So lay out your lighter kind of tones, and then I'm going to show you that I'm going to try to wait until the paper is dry to add more details later in sort of my darker colors. So I'm going to wet my postcard on the top, and I'm going to do the clouds. I'm going to use my paper over here to test my, ooh, that's way too dark, see? So it's good to have a little paper so you can test your color, because you don't want to lay that dark. You want to work from light to dark, so you don't want it to be, yeah, that's good. So you want to have a lighter tone, because you can always go darker, but it's harder to go lighter. Although in watercolor, you can use a paper towel. So I'm just going to try to work on some variations of blues for my sky, but also leave some white parts for the shadows. For the clouds. And really, I try to let the paper do the work for me. You can always use a paper towel. I feel like I need more whites here for some clouds. That's how you can sort of cheat, I guess, and get some more lights if you went too dark. So always keep paper towel available. I'm gonna go ahead and do some blue with the greens for the ocean part. Again, that's a little bit too dark than I wanted. and I want more green. You can test it. Oh, this is good. You can test it on your piece of paper, and I'm gonna do a little bit more water here on the middle. Make sure to use your clean water. I was just noticed I was about to use my dirty water. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do what I just did. All right, that's really nice for the sea. I'm trying to leave some light parts. I think for the people at home today, I would like you to try to at least have 3 value sets. 1 light, 1 medium, 1 dark. That will give your painting more variety, and it will look more vibrant and more realistic too. Okay, I kind of want a yellow ochre, so I'm going to mix the yellow with a little bit of brown for a little bit of sand, maybe even a little bit of red. Oh, that's good. I'm gonna wet my paper again. Make sure you're using the clean water to do my other layer. That's okay. I'm gonna bleed some too on the sea, because when it's close to the waves, you can kind of see some of. You don't want to blend all your colors a lot. I think the biggest mistake I used to make with watercolor is overworking it. I think that's the biggest mistake with any kind of painting. It's to try to keep blending colors, because the more you blend colors, the more browns you're gonna get. And especially if you're working with complementary colors such as reds and greens and blues and oranges, then you're just really just getting browns and browns. So you really want do less is more with watercolor. You do a wash and you're really done. And then you can wait until it's dry a little and go back and do more details. I want to go ahead, maybe get some white here where the sea meets the shore to kind of mimic some waves. And I'm gonna wait until it dries a little so I can go in with more details. Okay, my paper is a little bit more dry, and now I wanna make sure that the ocean is darker on the back. So I wanna just, work from, again, light to medium. So I'm filling in some medium tones. I'm always scared. I don't want to be too dark, but yeah, right here I want, this to be a little bit darker. So I'm adding in more color value on the back. This kind of zigzag motion I'm doing is to blend, and as also to give some texture like a sea, it's kind of wiggly. Water is, I guess, wiggly, but it has a lot of transparency to it. So I'm kind of trying to mimic that. I also want to add some more dimension to my clouds. I'm using some purple with the blue. Last thing I want to add is some plants on the corner. I want to test this color. This green is too strong, so I'm going to try to tone it down with a little bit of brown. Yeah, That's a little better. Kind of really quickly make like some vegetation here on the side. Yeah, now it's working better. So I wanted my paint to be a little bit more dry to kind of do like this more harsh looks of vegetation on the side. So here on my right side looks better, and here on my left side it looked a little bit more muddy because it had more water on it. All right, so I hope you enjoyed our tips today, and thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you next second Saturday. Don't forget to remove the tape around your watercolor paper. Sign your work. Write a few sentences about your experience with water, and mail your postcard to a person you care about. Repeat the process and send another one to the museum so we can display it for all to see.